Hey guys, how's it going? I am here in the Sacred Treasure House and we're doing this Know Your Crafter event today. And I'm sitting here enthralled with listening to Lydia because Lydia is one of my BFF crafters. And I looked and I'm like, oh, I need to go live. So here I am. I am obviously she's going to be finishing up with her thing, and I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting for everybody to kind of roll over here. But as you are joining me and you're not familiar with what this is today, hey Lisa, how are you? What we're doing in the Sacred Treasure House, it's kind of a game day, and it's called Know Your Crafter. So what's going to happen is everybody has gotten. We have five. We had to come up with questions about ourselves, and then you guys are supposed to answer those questions. And the first person to get the question right, we write their names down, and then we submit them to them. And then thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. We submit them to Tanya and Lisa and all the, and they do a drawing. So you have to kind of watch to the end of the day. And Miss Deborah's going to go on live tonight, and she's going to announce the winners. They're going to be picked three winners out of the people that guessed the answers today. So that's how it's going to roll. You'll probably hear me repeat it once people come in, but just for those that are not, that are not familiar, hadn't been following the event today. How are you, Lisa? You doing all right? You doing good? I have got. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I got so much to talk about, and I got so much to do, and I know I'm not going to get my project finished, but yes, it'll be super cute when it's done. I even have a different setup I'm gonna go back over here and try to see if I can see I'm not gonna be able to see myself yet because I think Lydia probably lost track of time, because she loves to chat, and I love her for that because she's so fun. But anyway, but yeah, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Okay, cool. I lost my train of thought about something. Oh, yeah. So like I said, I'm just kind of waiting for myself to roll in here. If you are catching me after the little red button is up there in the corner, then please just put in hashtag replay. Tell me where you're from. I would love to have you be my new friend. Follow me. I have not been on live much. I think I was on once last week. And I'm just kind of like, I've been out of the loop because I got a story about my phone. I'm going to go through that and some other things as well. I'm doing all right. Like I said, I didn't really have that great of a weekend, to tell you the truth. It started off last weekend, started off really cool. We went jet skiing with my husband and I. It was part of his birthday present, but on the jet ski, I'll tell you later, I ended up losing my phone and all that. So it became a big of a nightmare trying to get that back. But I finally got a phone yesterday with my old number, and I've actually got a little different techie set up today. Once I get a few people in here, I'll start seeing. I've got three phones going on, guys. I'm telling you, like I said, it's been interesting. So yeah, I start seeing myself here in the Sacred Treasure House. Then I'll switch over the screens and you guys can see. Because usually what I do, if you know me, I have my one screen here, and then I switch down to my other camera, and I go live on there. I have my live set up on my tabletop. Hey Tanya, how's it going? You got me spread out there now or sprinkled out? Let's see if I can try to see myself. I know Lydia was finishing up. I was so engrossed with what she was saying, her stories. I just kind of looked at the clock. I'm like, I need to go live. I need to go live. So yeah, as soon as I get over there, I know you guys it'll take a second. These live times are kind of crazy, ridiculous. But so like I said, I'm in Sacred Treasure House. Oh, Tanya, look. Hey, I put on my own apron. It's a little funky, but at least I got it right. Sacred Treasure House. I'm part of the house now. All right. Okay. So yeah, starting to get a few people coming in. I still don't see myself, but that's okay. So like I said, once everybody gets in here, we'll start doing some questions. I've got the questions set up for myself. Some of them are really simple. Some of them might be a little bit of a challenge for you. So. But like I said, I appreciate you sprinkling out, and I've been really enjoying this today. I've been going grocery shopping and getting up and stretching and everything since this started. So I've been trying to watch and comment and multitask ever since this morning when this started. So, but I've been trying. But I'm loving hearing about people's, and some of it I knew, some of it I'm like, ooh, I need to pay better attention. But yeah, anyway, I don't know why I'm not seeing myself in the group, but it's all right. I guess I kind of want to see myself in the group because I like to see the comments there as well as seeing it on my screen. I love it, Kim. Or that's right. Yeah, I know. I was kind of like, ooh, I'm a little bit bare shouldered, but It is flipping hot. As everybody knows, it's hot right now, so I'm just staying cool. I've got my fan going and my AC going in my shop. At least I got no rain, right? It's a clear day. I actually was thinking I was going to have to set up in my dang shop again. I mean, in my house again after last week. I am not there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my phone. Is anybody else seeing me in the Sacred Treasure House yet? I'm just wondering. I kind of didn't want to get into the whole spiel of things until I saw myself there, so I can. Yeah, I don't know this crazy Facebook stuff. There I am, finally. Yeah, it might be on me on my end, my lag time, but okay, yay, good to go. All right, because see, I see a lot of comments on my laptop and comments on here, so I just want to make sure I try to catch as much as I can. I'm like all over the place. All right, guys. So, like I said, hello, hello, hello. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Sue. Jan. Hey, Miss Hauser's in the house. Good deal, girlfriend. Who else I got going on here? Kimberlyn, I don't know if you saw in my comments earlier, but my name is actually Kimberlyn too. I have an N on the end. It's not Kimberly. I go by Kim mainly, but it's kind of cool to see a Kimberlyn. I think I only ran into one other Kimberlyn in my entire lifetime, and I'm 62 years old. So that was pretty cool to see Kimberlyn. So that's cool. And like I said, if you're not familiar with me, I appreciate you following me and seeing what I'm all about. And I am obviously doing something with clay today. But I'm going to do something kind of fun. It's kind of simple, but it's got some little details to it. And like I said, I'll do my best. Like I said, people are more chatting today than really crafting. It's kind of like just hang out with the girlfriends and have a good time. All right, so here we go, though. I am going to go ahead and, hey, Mary, how's it going, girl? Hi, this is same. I started following. Thank you, Miss Kimberlyn. I appreciate that. Do you go by Kim at all, Kimberlyn, or you got to go by Kimberlyn? It's just me. It's a mouthful. My name's Kimberly Janae, and I had a long Greek name. I had 26 letters in my name. I'm like, let's just knock it down to like 3 little letters. It's a lot easier. Okay, Kim. Okay, good. All right, Kim Oliver. That's less words to say, or less letters to say. All right. So what am I going to be doing today? Besides taking people's names, I'm what they say, kicking butt and taking names. Okay, I'm taking names today because of the questions that I'm going to be asking about myself. And so I guess I can go ahead and ask the first question, and then I'll start telling you what I'm going to be doing with my thing. Apologies, not sure where you were started. I hope so. Why you work here? Okay, no worries. It's cool. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. No worries. Like I said, I've got 3 devices, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit once we get rolling. Okay, so first question, you guys. Like I said, first question. I got 15 eyeballs on my end, so I think that's enough to go ahead and start with something. All right. So the first question that I have, everybody's been pretty much asking that, and I say this a lot because you guys know where I live. All right. This is an easy one. Should be an easy one if you know me. What state do I live in? I'm going to start you off pretty easy. So the first person that answers that, go ahead and put that in comments. On my end, remember, the lag times are weird and they're all different, but whoever I see on my end, first person gets, well, I will put down on the list here. Okay, it looks like it is Lydia. Lydia got it, girl. She's the first person I see. Yeah, Lydia actually came to visit me. She was in Florida. Her and her hubby, they're always all over the place, and they came to Daytona. We hung out for a bit. All right, Lydia, you got that one. Okay, so I'll wait for the other ones in a little bit because the other ones kind of get not difficult, but just a little bit more involved. All right, yeah, you guys know that I'm in Florida. I always talk about it. I'm hot, but I love it. I love the heat. Okay, project. What am I going to do? Well, actually, what I'm going to do now is like I said, I've got another third camera. I'm trying a different angle today, so I'm going to bring up this other camera. I've got me set up. You're buffering really bad on my end, so have a good day. Okay, is anybody else having problems with me with the connection? I'm just curious if it's going to be, because if I have a connection problem, I won't even bring up the third camera because it's just an optional thing. I thought it'd be great because you'd be able to actually see me and my tabletop at the same time. So anybody else, let me know if anybody else is having problems. Okay, fine. Okay, good to know. All right, here we go. I'll add this second camera up here. Hey guys. All right. So what I'm going to do now is, like I said, this is my new phone that I had ridiculous amounts of issues with over the past 4 days getting. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this one going, and I'm going to turn it down to my tabletop, and then that way you can kind of see a little bit of me. And I've got another third old camera, phone in front of me, so I've got like phone craziness going on. See which one I got here. Yeah, right one. Okay, cool. So see, you got a real close up vision here, and then you got a little vision here. So see how this all works. I've always been wanting to do this. StreamYard does allow you to go with two cameras on your same laptop, but you have to pay extra for it. I'm already paying 25 bucks a month. I'm not putting out 50 bucks to have a better camera screen. So anyway, we'll see how this goes, guys. That was horrible about your phone. I can't imagine losing one. Oh, it's my info. Okay, yeah, I'll actually go into a little bit of detail about that because there's a lot to talk about. Let me get up started on the project, okay? So what I'm going to do here is something kind of fun and whimsical. I've been seeing these little chunky women, little chunky girls, and I thought it's my time to make one. I'm a Facebook, I mean a Pinterest troll. I'm always all over Pinterest and looking at things on Pinterest. So I ran across these little chunky females, and I thought they were kind of cute. So I'm going to do a version of my own. You like that view? Yeah, it's kind of nice because, like I said, you can see a little bit better me. And I got a pretty good camera on this new phone. I got a new Samsung phone. All right, so I know you don't know what it's going to look like at this point, but she's going to be like a little chunky lady, and she's going to be on this little block. So I'm going to start building her, and we can continue to chat. So let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. I'm starting out with a piece of aluminum. You guys know if you see me, I start with an armature so that you don't have to use so much clay. All right, and then I'm going to build around her with the clay. Today I am using, you could use air dry clay for this easily, but I decided I'm going to use a Sculpey because I've got some detail work going on here. And the way I'm doing things, it just, for me, I think it's going to make it easier. But I'm using a Super Sculpey, which is one of my firmest of the polymer clays. Okay, so I'm doing that. And it's beige already, too. And I guess I'm going to keep her a Caucasian gal and keep her in there. Okay, so I've got comments all over the place. Wow. I'm doing good, Deborah. How are you? So glad you, yeah. Like I said, believe me, we'll go over it a little bit. But the first thing I need to do right here with this clay is I pre-rolled it out. You guys have seen this. They're like little floppy, sheets like fondant or whatever. The reason I do this with, excuse me, with the polymer as opposed to the sometimes I roll out the air dry clay too. The air dry clay is denser, it's thicker. Polymer clay can get really thin, and it actually is better instead of just trying to like take a chunk and press it in and mold it. It's just kind of wasteful where you can actually roll it out and then put it on things and make it look like something. Okay, Tammy says, I am new to your page and I just wanted to let you know I had a stroke 2 years ago and I can't use the left side of my body. I have to use the mic text. It doesn't make, oh, darling, I am so sorry, Miss Tammy. I understand. I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're going to hang out with us, but I'm so sorry about your stroke, darling. I work with elderly people. I know about health problems. I know about people going through stuff. So, but I'm glad you're here and we can have some fun and entertain you. Okay, so what I'm doing here, like I said, is I'm just going to I'm just wrapping this around here to get a start. This is basically going to be her, but this is going to be so cute, guys. I'm telling you. I was just falling in love. I almost did the one in the bathing suit, but I thought, well, I didn't know if I really want to do a bathing suit one because of the fact that you can see here it's just like a hot mess right now, but I'm going to roll it in here and get it like in a nice ball. It's because I keep forgetting I got my tabletop version too. You guys, okay, where's my camera? I need to turn my camera a little bit more. There we go, it's better. Okay, so lost my train of thought. What was I saying, guys? I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'm just right now I am getting this in a shape. I'm just kind of like pushing it into the aluminum, and then you just kind of roll it around. Oh, I know what I was going to say. This is her body. Okay, like I said, I was thinking about doing the bathing suit one. That's what I was talking about. So I was thinking about doing the bathing suit one, but I thought, well, you know what? That's kind of seasonal. If the one I'm going to put this one in a dress, she's going to have a little sexy dress on, and that way it'd be something that if a person, because this is going to be something that I put in my auction, which is next week, by the way, Jan's auction. So this will be in there. And I thought this would be more like something that will be seasonal. She's going to be kind of cute with her little sexy dress and her hair and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going for. Okay, let's see comments. Like I said, I've got comments in 3 places. This is kind of cool. I like it. I've got a camera down here. I've got a camera here, and I've got a camera here. I feel like I'm a celebrity or something. What's that about? Okay. So, yeah, like I said, the thing about this is just rolling it. You got to keep kind of roll it. I thought about pre-doing this part just so that, for time's sake, but, I figured you guys need to kind of see this process anyway. But it does get to be pretty smooth. You just have to kind of work it a little bit. And like I said, this is already a, hey, Lena, how's it going, girly? Hey, did you get your tomato? Did you get, I'm just curious. I didn't hear from you, and I was wondering if you got your tomato. By the way, I'm doing another round girl. This is a, I just got to thinking about that. I just did Lena's tomato. I put Lena's tomato in a bathing, in a bikini. And it was kind of like a joke, but a gift for her birthday. And anyway, so this is going to be a little bit different, Lena. This is going to have a head on it and a dress and all that sort of thing. But yeah, so that's how you do it. And see, look how much clay I saved. Now think of if you had a big ball like this, you don't have to use that much clay. You just get that little sheet on this brick of clay. Yeah, I took just like a little silver, maybe like that much, if that, and just rolled it out. So, all right. So actually, okay, let's go ahead and do another question. By the way, guys, I do have my timer on. I got 5 minutes timer set, and I do have my giveaway tool set up. Those of you, like I said, if you're not familiar with it, if you do know me, you know what it's about. I'll give you a hashtag word at the end, and then we put that in, and then we'll do a giveaway. I'll run this little tool. Hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't, like I always say, if it doesn't work, I'll pick like the fourth person in the comments who put the hashtag in word. But yeah, it's kind of a fun little giveaway tool. And what I do is I put your name on the list, and at the end of the month, which is, can you believe it's already coming up the end of July already? Good night, guys. I will send out $5 Amazon gift cards, okay, to the people. Yep. All right. So I haven't been home yet. Oh, that's right. You went to visit your daughter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see what you think about it. Got a little heart tattoo on her chest. Have to do the tattoo. All right, so I've got it. It's starting to get there, guys. See, it's getting pretty smooth, believe it or not. It's just, you just kind of keep rolling it. I am not, it's not going to be perfect. I'll tell you that flat out. But by the time I get a dress on and everything, it won't matter because you won't be able to see that. But I try to get it as perfect and round as possible. If you keep working it, you can get it pretty darn straight, pretty darn round. And, you know, but I've got rings on too, and these rings are actually causing it to be, you know, I put little indentions in it with my rings on. It's better if you do this kind of stuff not to have any jewelry on, because this is very, very soft clay. I know, August already. Good Lord, I can't believe it either. Yeah, I know. August, I got a fun thing coming up. We're going, I rented an Airbnb about an hour from here. Me and a few friends and hubs are going to go up to do a river float. It's just going to do overnighter at the B&B and go do the river float the next day on a Saturday. I just pray it doesn't rain. I've been wanting to do that for 2 years, and I finally found some people that actually want to go. All right, so let me go ahead and ask another question because time is a clicking away, guys. All right, so next question, guys. Remember, first one. All right, here's a long one. Bear with me. You got to listen carefully on this one. Okay, besides me living in Florida, I'm going to list Florida. Where else have I lived? Okay, here we go. And it's either this one, and it might be a trick question, so pay attention. I listed a bunch of places, and it might not, none of them might not apply. I'm not telling you it is or isn't. And then I have all of the above. Okay, where have I lived? And you can name any one you want, all of them. Okay, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Montana, Florida, California, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, North Carolina, Connecticut, Nassau, Bahamas, or all of the above. There you go. So those are your options. You guys go ahead and tell me what you think. And that's a lot of places. So anybody, like I said, you know, I've been a nomad, and some of them may apply and some of them may not. So, you know, maybe it's a little trick question. Maybe it's not. Nevada, Montana, I have lived there. Lena Norris Davis, I think you are the first one, girlfriend. Let me look and see. Yeah, you got it, girl. You're a good listener. All of the above. Lena knows, man. I've been around. So I've lived in every single one of those places. I thought the one Nassau might throw people in the Bahamas, but I did. I lived there as a kid for a couple of years. All right, Lena, good deal, man. So I've got two ladies with A names so far. We got Lydia and Lena, and I both know them very well. They're both two of my really good crafty sisters. Okay, so all right, so I've got the little body going on here. Now I'm going to call that good. What she's going to do is she's going to end up being on this block. Okay, I'm going to put her up. There goes the camera again. I guess you can see it on the other camera too. All right, I'm gonna put her on a block, and then I'm gonna put a little head on her. Matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and do the head. I've got these pieces of wire. This is a what you call it, a clothes hanger wire, and I've got that. I had to drill a hole in the block. By the way, these little blocks, I painted this, you can see. These are those little blocks from Dollar Tree. And did you guys know they're hollow inside? I thought they were solid. I drilled through and it went all the way through. So it's actually hollow. You can see this is kind of like moving around in there. I'm like, oh, okay. So just letting you know. And I'm like, okay, so I do have these little arms for her. She's going to have, I'm going to make sure that I keep her arms nice and steady. Once it's baked, it's pretty strong, but I want to have extra support with her arms. So she's got 2 pieces of wire for her arms, and we're going to start working on those. Okay. Oh, you didn't hear? Okay, you didn't hear the Bahamas? Okay. Yeah. I lived, I was born in Alabama, and my mom was just a young, my mom was a widow. My mom had me when she was 17, and my biological father died at 19. He was killed in a car accident alone coming home from work. He hit a tree and he died. I was 8 months old. So my mom was very young, and she lived. We're born in Alabama. She's living with the family and whatnot. But then around 2 years old, she started going to Louisiana, and then from there on, she was just had a travel bug. She was like a gypsy spirit, and I tagged along with her. So I went to a lot of different schools. I went to a lot of different environments, but I met a lot of different cultures. And at first, when I was younger, I didn't like it because I'd have to start over in school all the time, and I really didn't make good, like root friends and things like that. But I got to experience a lot of things in life. I really did. And so, I don't knock her for that anymore. But I kind of like, and as I got older, I'm tired of moving. I want to settle. I've been in Florida 23 years, and I don't see me going anywhere else. Although I do miss the West sometimes. I do miss the desert, and some of that things is really pretty out there. Okay, so like I said, I got the body going on here. I need to put a head on her. So here, I don't really, I'm going to use this for the arms. I didn't know how much I was going to need for this, but I'm going to go ahead and just tear a little bit off and just make a ball for her head. Off with her head. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit. I got to keep track of the time too. A little bit about what happened. Like I said, I lost my phone. For those of you guys who know, I went jet skiing on Saturday, lost my phone. You would think it wouldn't be. People are like, why'd you take your phone on a jet ski? Well, I had it in one of those lanyards on like a dry case, and it would have been fine if it hadn't been for the dang life preserver. It had clips in the front of it, and Robert and I were actually just stopped. We weren't even moving in the water, and he's kind of a little bit on the bulky side, and we started moving this way, and we tipped over, and the dang phone caught on the lanyard and like went dump in the water. Well, my idiocy is that why didn't I get one that was a floaty? I don't know. I didn't have one that floaty. I've used those several times. So I'd go to the springs and go on the tubes, and I've never had a problem with it. But it's just one of those things that happened. I wasn't even that upset about losing the phone, to tell you the truth. I'm like, okay, I'll just go get another phone. So I went in, I started my service at Walmart because it's a little cheaper. And I went to T-Mobile and went to get a new phone. The phone I got with the SIM card would not activate. Hours of sitting there with the guy and going through the customer service and going to this person and that person, couldn't get the darn thing to activate. So I was like, okay, whatever. Left me. I went home with the phone. Maybe it'll work. Then Sunday, that was Saturday. I spent Sunday a couple hours on the phone. Still could not get to activate. And I said, okay, I'm taking this thing back. I had to wait till Tuesday till my little Walmart guy got back. And I'm fiddling around. I went and got a track phone. I couldn't get my track phone activated either, guys. That was one phone not activated. Couldn't get my track phone. Had to wait till Monday when I went to work to use their landline because I don't have a landline. So then I had that phone. So finally, I won't go into more details, but Tuesday, after 5.5 hours of sitting in Walmart, I switched carriers and I switched phones, and here I am. I've finally got my number ported over yesterday morning. Interesting, yeah. So I couldn't get to anything. One thing I want to tell you guys, if you ever lose your phone, if you ever don't have access to your phone number, I'm a Google person. It is connected to everything. They want to verify you with that phone number. And if you do not have a secondary number, which I now have on my Google account, please get somebody, if your husband's phone or whatever, or something, and put a secondary phone on your Google account so you can get into your emails, because once you do that, boom, it's all there. I lost all my stuff. I couldn't get into my banking app. I could not get into anything. I am on StreamYard, and what I'm doing, Jan, a little differently is I've got my regular setup like I normally do, but I'm actually this right here. This is my new phone, and I've got another phone it's an old phone that I can look on the internet. So I've got 3 connections going on. I figured I would try this and see how it works. All right, so I know I'm not doing much. I'm kind of more jabbing, but I've got her head. I think that's going to be, her head's going to be, the proportion on her head's not going to be accurate. It's going to be a little different. It's meant to be like that. It's like a whimsical piece. So I'm not expecting her head to be very big, but I think I need to make it a little bit bigger than that because this is kind of a body. Yeah. But some of these little chunky girls I've seen have little teeny little heads, and they have these big old bodies, they're kind of fun. They are cute. They're very, very cute. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but of course, when I get done with it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And like I said, I doubt I'm going to finish it here, but it will look cute when I'm done. By the way, Jan, I love your sunflower. Oh my gosh, you guys, if any of you guys have not seen, I have a private clay group. Jan's in there, Lydia's in there, and a couple other girls, Terry's in there, and a couple of ladies. And I love the sunflower you did. I know it was a mold. You still need to do your own by hand, but that looks really great. I love the composition and everything that you did, Jan. It was beautiful. We have another class coming up first week in August. Anybody wants to get in on it. And I'm going to announce the project of the month next week. So you guys need to check that out. Okay, I think that's a good proportion for her head and her body. Like I said, it's going to be a little out of proportion. What I'm going to do now is, hopefully I got one sitting here. I've got to do this. I need a little dowel or something. You don't have to do this, but it will help secure it a little bit better. Just going to tear up a little bit of this dowel, and I'm going to stick it down in here for her head. So hopefully that's not too long, because I got to go through the aluminum foil. The aluminum foil is actually pretty soft. It's not hard to really go in there. You can push it pretty far down. All right, now I just want to have something that will keep her head secure, so her head won't fall off. It bakes together pretty good, but and I could actually have my little glue, but still. So this is actually a really easy to do. This is not a difficult. You got 2 circles. You got a bigger circle and you got a little circle. Okay, but it's what you do and the added details. It's not gonna make it look cute. Okay, so I guess I need to go ahead. Let's see. I've got 10 minutes. Yep. No, 20 minutes. I'm done at 4. Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and do a third question though while we're at it. The third question. You guys ready for this? Third question. Okay, a lot of people might know this too, because I have mentioned it, and Lena, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to remember this, but because I've mentioned this several times on my lives. But okay, we did establish that I used to live in Las Vegas. So what was my previous occupation in Las Vegas? What did I do? It was nothing illegal. I wasn't on the street. Okay, and I kept my clothes on. All right, but what did I do in Vegas? What was I doing back then? That was 20 plus years ago. All right, so like I said, first one I see on my end wins. What was my previous occupation when I lived in Las Vegas? A dealer. Oh, I'm thinking like drug dealer. No, actually, yeah, my mom and dad, actually, my stepdad and my mom actually met in Reno, Nevada, and they were both dealers. That's how they met. He was a pit boss and she was a dealer. But no, not a dealer, set designer. That's kind of close, Jan. You're getting closer. We'll give you one hint. It had something to do with the entertainment industry. Like I said, it wasn't. I kept my clothes on. I wasn't doing anything wrong, but it was entertainment. Okay. All right. So that's like I said, that's the body part. Now what I want to do here is I need to put I need to put some boobs on her. She's got to have little boobs. Sorry. Little tatas, whatever you want to call them. Hey, Miss Christy, how you going? Thank you for sprinkling. A singer. Oh boy, I wish. You know what? That was my mom. My mom and dad were actually musicians. They met pit bosses and dealers, but they both have a love for music, country music. And my dad was very talented, and so was my mom. And after they got together, they were together for 30-some years. They became traveling country and western musicians. And they started out in Vegas and traveled all over out west and all that. Dancing. I love to dance, but I wasn't a dancer. Come on, Lena. No, it wasn't a costume designer. It was dancing. I wasn't dancing. I love to dance, but I will give you a hint on that. I worked with dancers. I worked with dancers. Okay, so getting a little closer, guys. Okay, she's going to have some tatas, but I need to make them small. I don't want to be that big. I don't want to be too busty. Choreographer? Nope, not a choreographer. There were people that I worked with that were choreographers, but not me. Not me. Come on, guys. Everybody says costume design. Well, that's kind of sort of close. That's I wasn't really a designer, but I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. If nobody guesses it, I'll just tell you. Okay, we're going to put some little tatas on her in a second here. Let me I do have a reference here for myself, but I think I've pretty much got it on my own. All right, so we're going to put little tata. We're going to give her some boobies right up here. Okay. And these boobies, actually, like I said, I'm going to put a dress on her after I get her breasts on. Whatever you want to call them, guys. Somebody told me, if I'm not correct, and it wasn't my husband that said that tatas in Spanish is another word. I can't remember what's supposed to be. Anybody know Spanish? Knows what the word tata means? I don't think it's supposed to be a nice thing, actually. Maybe she's a little lopsided. I need to take my nose off. I guess we're all a little lopsided, aren't we? I know I am. A makeup artist, dress dancers. You did the dress designers. Okay, you guys are kind of guessing in the same direction, and it's sort of kind of close. But okay, I wasn't a costume designer, but I did start out as a prop builder for a show in Vegas called Show in the Sky. I did that for a year, and then when the show opened, they asked me to stay on, and I became a stagehand. So I was, and I would be wanted to help, me and a few other people stayed on, and we would be people that would actually, help the dressers get dressed and may help maintain the show. We were behind the scenes, and then we would do the stage and all that sort of thing. So I was a stagehand and a prop builder, and I did that for quite a few years until the show actually downsized and they laid me off. They laid our whole crew off, and then when that happened, I ended up closing shop in Las Vegas, and I came to Florida, and that was in 2000. So there you go. I was a stagehand prop dresser. All right, so there's got a little poo-poos. Got a little poo-poos. All right, let's have to press them down a little bit. Now I need to get her outfit. So here's what I did. You can go two ways. You can actually paint her dress on. You're going to see this in a second. But I wanted to show you what it's like to actually do something using the clay. I've got several kinds of clay. You like those tatas? They're a little bit round. I think she's had a job. You know what I mean? They look like they're too perfect to me. Okay, but anyway, so like I said, you could easily just paint her little dress on if you didn't want to do it. But I wanted to kind of show you how you can do this with layering with the clay, like using different clays to create your thing. So she's got a head. I'm going to put black for her hair, and I've got black clay. And I've got this little guy here. So right now I'm going to put her dress on. Here's the thing with her dress, though, is I don't have enough clay. I thought I had more red clay. So I'm just going to get as far as I can, and then I'll have to go to the store right up the street and get some. This is from the Dollar General, the yellow one. You can get these little packs of these little guys for like $3.50. And I just rolled it out real thin. But before I did that, I'm glad I remembered because I didn't forget, is I want to put a little stencil pattern on her dress. I want to make her look like a little kind of cute and sexy. And I am going to cut this up, but I want to go ahead and put the stencil on here. So what I'm going to do here is just, I'm laying this stencil down. I keep forgetting to look. I'm looking at the big camera now. I'm not looking much at the one in the, let me move this over. I can't stand that glare on my camera. It drives me up the wall. There we go. All right, so I'm going to run a little white paint on top of this. Let me roll it out just lightly, getting a little bit of an embossed effect. You guys seen me do this before. And then I'm going to take my mom used to build floats, and she was window designer for Louisville. So how cool is that? I actually went to school when I was in LA, and I got my fashion design, fashion merchandising degree. And I did a stint at Sears as a window dresser, like they call them visual merchandisers. I did that for a little bit, just kind of while I was in school. It's kind of like an internship, so it was kind of cool to do that. So anyway, so I'm just going to take a little dauber here, and I'm just going to daub some white paint on here. On top, I'm going right on top of the raw clay. And let me see, what time do I got? I want to make sure I get all my questions in. Well, that was number 3, right? I got 2 more questions to go. I'll do another question here in a second. So yeah, like I said, I've been running around. I decided once I got everything set up trying this camera, I was like, okay, I got about 2 hours. I think I need to go grocery shopping. I didn't want to do it after I got done here because I got some things going on. But I bolted over and I'm watching Mary and then I'm watching Tanya when I'm getting groceries and packing up and everything. I'm like, oh God, I'm multitasking today. All right, so this is kind of cool effect. This is real pretty for Christmas too. When you pull that off, you've got that nice pretty stencil on the clay, and it's a little bit embossed too. This is I just got to make these borders from TV, by the way. It's kind of cool. First time I've ever used that one. And that's all I need to do with that. Like I said, I know that I don't have enough clay here for her dress. So actually, I need to let this dry for a little quick second. And I'm going to put that on there like that. It does look kind of Christmassy, doesn't it? I really don't want it Christmassy, but hey, it is what it is. She'll still be cool. All right, so what I think I'll do while I'm letting her dry, well, I can do her hair. Let me work on her hair a little bit. You guys see her hair. All right, so this is, once again, I just rolled this out flat because I didn't know what I was going to need of what. And then I'm going to show you something really cool too. All right, so let's go ahead and do the third question. We got that. What was my previous? So I don't know about like, let me see. I think I'm going to go back and look. Created scenes for the show. Yeah, I'm going to see. I think Jan might have been the closest as far as guessing that last question. But I'm gonna scroll back and look on my end and see. Teach da 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 da. Oops. Singer dancer. Whoever said that costume design. That was Jan. All right, Jan. I'm going to go ahead and put you on there because you were probably the closest that I saw as far as the first one. Okay, Jan, got that one. All right. Now let me see. Switching gears a little bit. Here's question number 4. How many children do I have and what gender? This is everybody's been asking about the kids. At least I didn't ask you about my grandkids. Okay, go ahead and tell me how many children I have. This might be a tricky question because I don't necessarily, I mentioned my grandkids, but I don't mention my kid is per se. So, you know, my actual first generation. So let me know what you think. So, like I said, I don't know. Not a lot of people might not know this, but we'll give it a try. Who's first guess? Okay, it says we got one male. Lisa, one male and a female. 2 boy and a girl, 1 daughter. Lana, you got it again, girl. Hey, that's number 2 for you. Lana Davis Norris got it. I have one daughter. One daughter. Okay, she's got it. She guessed the gender and it. I do. One daughter, and I have 3 grandkids. She gave me 3 kids. She broke the mold because I was the only child. She was the only child, but she's got 3 kids. So it's good because we got kids now. We got more kids. Yeah. And my oldest grandson just turned 18 in May, and he also graduated high school. He's got himself a good job working for like Boar's Head or something like that, just right out of the gate. And then I have another 7-year-old grandson and a 4-year-old little baby girl, Emma, who's got my grandma's name. And she is just being diagnosed with autism, but she's the sweetest pie. Okay, thinking your grandson. I was thinking of your grand. Yeah, like I said, I posted some pictures not too long ago of that when he had his birthday. So, but yeah, I have 2 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. I'm just going to pile. So this is, I'm just kind of doing I'm using black for her hair. And I'm just going to kind of pile a bunch on there. It's just kind of like piling in a big pile. All right. And because she's going to have kind of like a messy bun or a bouffant or something like that. So right now it's going to look kind of weird until you kind of play with it a little bit. But see, this is a way, like I said, you could do all this in one color. You could take air dry clay and do this entire project in one color. But I've never really shown you guys how sometimes, you know, you can take the multiple colors of the clay and make it so you don't have to paint it all. I particularly like to paint my subjects, but I thought, why not try something a little different today? Because this actually is a very, very simple piece to do, but I kind of added a little bit of a technical problem, not much to it, just a little bit of tech to it. All right, so I'm just kind of getting her hair down there. Once you get the hair on there, and I'm going to actually draw the face on. I'm going to have to do the face after I bake it because I'm going to use a Sharpie marker for her face, but she's just going to have, it's just going to be drawn on face. I didn't want to have get into the time of got to do like a sculpting a face because you do the face and the eyes and it can get a little bit more involved. But I don't want her to look like one of those geisha girls either, one of those sumo wrestlers. That's what she looks. She looks kind of like a sumo wrestler right now. Okay. She will not look like a sumo wrestler. I kind of like this pattern, but it almost reminds me of Christmas. I'm not sure if I want it. I might flip it over and use the other side. We'll see. We'll see. Because I wanted something more like just cute or something. I don't know. Does that look too Christmas? Do you guys? Does that look really Christmassy to you guys? This one here. Does it look really Christmas? I know red and white's traditionally Christmas, but you know, I don't know. Is it gonna look okay on her dress? Maybe so. I guess I'll leave it because I did want to have a pattern on there. I didn't want it to just be plain. I could always paint on top of the red after I've baked it too, by the way. You can do that. Okay. So see if I can get her hair formed up. See if I can get her bangs. You guys enjoying the heat? I know some of you ladies are out there. Jan, I know you're on the lake. You guys still on the lake, Jan? Are you guys still on the lake, or do you do that like all summer? Just stay at the lake? And I'll end up putting some little flowers in her hair too. I'll make her real cute. You can detail it and jazz it as much as you want. Because I know Christmas is good, but I was trying to make this piece actually kind of like, non-seasonal, so that if a person, whoever decided they wanted to purchase it, actually next week, that it could just, it could be for any season. It wouldn't just, because she's going to be a little bit on the sexy side, honestly. I mean, you can have sexy Christmas dresses, I guess. Anyway, that's kind of where my thought process was. All right. And let me see what else I got in here. All right. So just kind of keep piling this. I'm just kind of literally just squeezing it on there. You can see that. Just kind of piling on. I want it to be kind of a mess. Now, the way you can create the hair too is that you can take a back of like a pen or whatever and just draw some little lines, like hair lines and stuff like that in there. But you kind of want it, I want it to have like a messy hair. I'll probably end up playing with her hair a little bit more before I bake it, because I don't want to spend all the time on her hair. But that, you guys get the general gist of that. I'm going to make it like a little messy bun. So I'll leave that is right now, and maybe put a little bit of lines in there. So you can do that with, like I said, the back of a pen or whatever you want to do. If you don't have anything, back of an X-Acto knife, and just kind of create some lines. I'm just kind of creating some lines. Oh, there's my clock already. Snooze. Okay, I need to dismiss that. So I got 5 minutes left. Let me go do my last question, guys, and then we're going to do the hashtag word. And then, like I said, I didn't even get that far. I didn't figure I would. But I'm just kind of creating some lines in her hair. Okay, let's get that last guy. I only got 5 minutes, so let's get going. The last question is, this is an easy one. Anybody's going to get this. First person to get it. What's my favorite craft medium? Come on. First person to get that. Yeah, I love the clay, guys. Oh, I think I just gave the answer away. What's my favorite craft medium? Come on, that's an easy one. What am I doing right now? Clay. All right, first one, get it. On my end, sorry guys, but first one I see is Jan. Again, I see Jan. Let me see. Actually, let me go back. I looked on there. Clay. Yeah, Jan was the first one to come in. All right. So actually, Jan, I think you don't mind. Let's go ahead and give it to the next one person in line. And that was Crafting Off the Curb with Mom. Okay. So Crafting Off the Curb with Mom, you are the second one in line that answered Clay. So I'm going to put you on the list. Okay. Crafting Off the Curb. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that hashtag word, off the curb. All right. The hashtag word, guys, is hashtag familiar, and that's FAM. I hope I spelled it right. FAMIL, FAMILIAR, familiar, familiar. Put the hashtag familiar word in there, and then we're going to go ahead and run the thing. I'm going to go ahead and take this one down just because I don't know if it's going to affect that StreamYard thing. And I'm going to change my camera setting up here so you guys can see me. Obviously, like I said, I didn't get very far on my little lady, but I'll maybe what I'll do is I'll do a video after this and kind of do a reel so you can see how I finish it up. Hashtag familiar. Come on, guys. I've got 3 minutes to get your hashtag word in. And what we're doing, for those that don't know, is you just put in that hashtag in the comments, hashtag familiar. And then I have a little tool I'm going to put up on the screen here a second, and I'm going to run it, and it generates a name from the people that actually put the comment in. And I'm going to put you on my list for that giveaway. And like I said, if anybody has actually won, Lisa, you did actually win, but you're already in the system. If you do win, Lisa, then I probably will have to just give it to somebody else, because I like to have everybody else have a chance to do this. Why did somebody? Oh, okay. So and I'm sure you're okay with that, Lisa. And you forgot. I know. I didn't mean to tell you. If anybody is won in the same month, already won, I like to give somebody else a chance. All right. So yeah, hashtag familiar. Let me go ahead and start pulling it up. sharing my screen, and then we'll run the thing. I hope you guys, like I said, I didn't get to do much tutorial with the crafting today, but I hope you learned a few things about me at least, you know. Okay, giveaway tool. Let's share that. And let's see if you guys are actually seeing it. You are seeing it. Okay, I'll give you guys, I've got 2 minutes. I'll give you guys a little bit more time to put that, put your familiar. If anybody else wants to put hashtag familiar, isn't it cool? It's really good. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the girls too. Oh, and by the way, I am such a dork. I am so sorry. I meant to say this in the beginning. Tammy's after me. Ladybug, Gnomes, and Crafts. She's coming up after me. Matter of fact, she's probably already on because we did the 2 minute start. So you guys go see her after the fact. And now, all right, let's go ahead and run this tool, guys. Let's see how this. Hopefully, keep praying it'll work today. Okay, start collecting, and then draw. We're gonna get it today. Crafting up. Well, you're a double winner, girlfriend. Crafting off the curve. You're a double winner. You won for the names. I mean, for my Amazon card, and you also won for get your name put in the bucket. So you guys need to stay tuned and watch all the crafters because Miss Deborah tonight is going to be drawing those names. So she's actually she's going to be the last one. She'll be drawing the names at the end of the night. You got to be live. You got to be there to get it. So they're picking 3 winners. All right. So I still got 1 minute left, but you guys, like I said, Tammy with Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts. She's already on. I'm sure she is. You guys want to go there, hop on and check her. And yeah, so like I said, I'll go. I'm gonna be working on this little girl for a little bit, and I'll do some video, and you can see what she looks like afterwards. And she's gonna be pretty cute. All right. I'm ready to roll. Guys, see you later. Bye bye.